The film is about Paul H.O.'s journey through the art world over 15 years. In 1993, he first picked up a camera. He was an artist, and suddenly he decided, wow, I love being behind the camera. And he would barge into art galleries with a lot of knowledge about art, but he approached it in a really irreverent way. And he would just go in and make comments about the art. He would know all the artists, and he would have fun with the art in the art galleries. And at the time, they really accepted him and they loved it. And every few weeks or so, he would put together a half-hour show that he would broadcast on public access. And after 7 years, he started gaining a lot of access to like the top artists. And then he met Cindy Sherman at a dinner party, or actually at a gallery opening. And sparks flew.
No, I met her at her house at a party.
Oh, it was at her house, right.
You have to bear in mind, the name of the film is Guest of Cindy Sherman. It's not Cindy Sherman, it's Guest of Cindy Sherman. So you do have to kind of look at that.
I think
the
you realize
implication is clear.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not Cindy Sherman. And although the namesake of the film, you know, clearly implies that, it's something that the whole story stems from this particular incident that is called Guest of Cindy Sherman. And she was okay with it. I'm compulsive about the videotaping and the well, documenting. I'm compulsive about that. I'm a writer, and one of the things that I write about is my perspective on things. And so you know, it's an emotional perspective. It's how I feel about things and how I see things. And it just so happened that, you know, the catalyst for the film itself is born out of this very intense situation that points out all of the insecurities and the loss of what I felt was my identity being subsumed, you know, by my much more famous, popular, lovely, lovable, and loved, respected, influential partner.
But it wasn't easy in the editing process because people always build masks or the idea of what the story is, but we were always constantly, with every choice we made, trying to get down to what is the truth. As a filmmaker, I don't like to be self-referential or self-conscious.
He didn't want voiceovers. He didn't want
no
self-conscious filmmaking presence taking place.
Right, the voiceover was needed to connect. It's basically a pastiche of so many different ideas and archival material and old material.
I got him in a headlock, and I said,
so, but Paul,
we can't get out of this now. We're in it.
The big question was what broke up Paul and Cindy? How did that relationship end? And people kept asking at screenings, what caused it? What caused it? And we realized the film was one of the things that caused it.
We gave you too much. Cut that out.
Yeah, well, I think at this point it's obvious.
You dragged the whole thing out of us. Jesus.
You're good.
Yeah.